Oh, le micro est vachement fort. Hein. Donc c'est vrai que si je gueule. Hein? Attends, le micro il est capé. D'accord. Mon micro a un cap. Oh putain, il va vraiment falloir que je fasse un truc avec mes câbles parce que là, franchement, ça va être chiant. Un petit build management. Alors. Ah tiens. J'ai pas regardé hier, mais du coup. En vrai. C'est vrai que vous avez fait ça. Mais bon, je vais les monter avant. Donc je voulais vérifier, voilà. Ah, je peux avoir un seul mannequin en même temps, ok. Et voilà, hop.
As you wish.
Je voulais vérifier un peu leur gameplay que j'ai oublié de faire hier. Ah, du coup, les deux sont. Ah, deux compétences déjà. Ah, dégâts physiques et. Enchantement. Non, pas enchantement. J'ai oublié, infusion. Attends, mais. Ça, du coup, c'est. Ah oui, mais je l'avais même pas lu son kit en plus. Des dégâts de jaune correspondant à son type élémentaire avant de recueillir rapidement. Après avoir déclenché une compétence élémentaire, les attaques normales, sorts et plongeantes sont converties pour infliger des dégâts de l'élément. Ok. Cet effet prend fin lorsque le mannequin quitte le terrain. Votre mannequin possède deux utilisations disponibles. Oui. Attends, pourquoi il parle de. Voilà, conversion de 4 secondes. Pourquoi il parle de quitter le terrain? Ensuite, zone interdite. Notre mannequin invoque une zone interdite qui le suit partout, infligeant une fois des dégâts correspondant à son type élémentaire aux ennemis proches. Une seule fois. De plus, tout ennemi entrant dans la zone interdite subit une fois des dégâts correspondant au type élémentaire de votre mannequin. Cet effet pouvant être déclenché une fois toutes les 0,5 secondes. Ah, voilà. La zone interdite disparaît lorsque votre mannequin quitte le terrain. D'accord? C'est-à-dire 8 secondes. 60 d'énergie? Attends, 60 c'est le même coup que Non, Ketsing c'est 40. Oh! Ah, il coûte pas très cher, hein. Il coûte aussi cher que celui de Loma. Ok. Euh... D'accord. Ça c'est intéressant. La zone explose quand s'il quitte le terrain, infligeant des dégâts de zone de l'élément de votre mannequin d'une valeur équivalente à 200% de son attaque. Ok, donc t'as scale attaque. Oh! Aléatoirement de combinaisons vestimentaires. Parmi celles qu'il pose. Ah mais oui! Oui, j'avais pas vu. Attends, mais du coup. Ah mais ouais, non, j'en ai qu'une. Ok.
No, my sword.
Ça voilà. Et j'ai des épées de type. Le problème c'est ils sont niveau 20 donc je peux pas vraiment les tester dans de bonnes conditions. Faudrait que je les teste en combat réel. Mais. Bah si, non, si, je peux faire un donjon mais pas consommer de résine pour la récompense. Est-ce que je vais au moins mis un 7 pour avoir un minimum de stats? Bon, ils vont pas être incroyables. Problème, c'est que toi, tu t'adaptes aux éléments de la recharge sur un ulti qui coûte seulement 60, c'est pas vraiment incroyable. Déchaînement, c'est l'ulti. Okay, ouais, on va peut-être. Ça, dégâts crit. P supérieur à 90%. Ok. Bah la voûte, 4% de TC, déchaînement élémentaire faire l'effet croc perceur de ciel. Vitesse de déplacement et d'attaque 10%. Attaque normale et chargée plus 20% de dégâts. Ouais, ça donne de la recharge. Elle est bien, plutôt bien montée. Ok. Par contre, je sais pas du tout ce que je pourrais lui équiper. Diminuer la durée des effets électro subis. Ah. Non. Et bah hop, attaque avec TC ici, ouais je le sais, dans le Pika Gaimia. Ça, PV pour cent, avec dégâts crit en substat. Attaque pour cent, ressort d'attaque flat. Non. Ouais. Et diadème, je dois bien avoir un truc TC qui traîne. Non? Vous avez pas un diadème TC qui traînait? Dégâts crit, to crit, hop. Et hier je le joue plus donc tac. J'ai plus du tout 7 mais c'est quitte. Ouais. Bon, ça va pas être un perso incroyable mais il est un minima monté. Je vais pas regarder les artés de Xiangqiu. 3P gladiateur. Bah, je peux peut-être compléter. Non. Là. Hop. Au revoir, Yavimia. Recharge dégâts crit, attaque fast. Allez. Voilà. Bon, c'est parti. Bah, Dendro et Hydro. Ah non, ça c'est Jardin estival. Ah, niveau 34. Ouais, non, 34 c'est un peu de... Attends, mais c'est pas le temple du lion, ça? Ah non, c'est celui-là. Voilà, ça normalement. Il devrait y avoir... Ça devrait être assez bas. Ah, je peux encore descendre que... Et c'est encore du pyro! Bon. Je vais me faire détruire. Mais... Au moins avoir un truc quand même qui les mette en valeur. Déjà qu'ils ont fait la moitié du... Plus de la moitié du niveau 47. Wow. Comment je suis censé faire? Ça c'est une expédition. C'est pas de Célène. Ah bah voilà. Donjon d'entraînement. Parfait. On part à 11h15. Bon. Vous nous dégagez les gars.
Rain outlines your fate.
Ouais, et là du coup il a récupéré. Alors, là, de ma zone, voilà. Sauf que j'aurais dû faire l'ulti de Jump avant.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Et merde. Ah bah non, du coup, juste quitter comme ça. Le combat était un peu trop rapide, j'ai pas pu voir l'application hydro de Zonky. C'est vrai que je devrais pas perdre de temps. Allez, je vais le tenter en 36. Mais par contre, il va me falloir du heal.
You want me on your team?
I'll take care of it.
Time to act. No, my sword.
Ah, c'est de l'application
Rain outlines your fate.
je sais pas combien il coûte ici, mais peut-être qu'il faut avoir lui mettre de la ressource.
No, my sword. Let me weave you a verse.
Ah, et là ça fait des attaques bonus. Ok, bah en fait, c'est se défier. Je reprends ces jeux. Intervalle entre l'élimination de monstres. Ah. Je vais juste aller vérifier du coup le statut de 7. Si c'est ça, c'est vraiment dommage. Parce que ça aurait pu être super pour les free-to-play. Enfin, plutôt pour les nouveaux joueurs. Ok. Ça commence un peu mal. Alors, non. Hop, elle, c'est les équipes que je veux.
There's still a long road.
Là, pourquoi? Voilà. Ok. Ah tiens, j'avais ça derrière, c'est la sortie. Bon, bah voilà. Et j'imagine que si je vais chercher la maintenir animo aussi. C'est con, ça aurait pu être un truc incroyable. Mais bon, ils ont que l'élément du pionnier. Donc c'est encore combien de temps? 7 heures. Ouais, 17h... 17h30. Pas sûr d'être rentré à ce là. Alors... Bah attends. Non, Ketsing, elle, du coup... À part pour les aptitudes, c'est bon. Elle, son arme. Ah bah oui, il y a ce problème de limite. Et bah allez hop, je vais chercher le rang de plus.
Don't blink!
C'est pas celui-là où il y a un ennemi volant hyper costaud. On va prendre le combat.
With sword from shadow.
I'll protect us. Oh no! Hi. Oh, yeah. Hi. Oh. Oh, hi.
Speed of light. Hey!
By the frost moon of old.
Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Hey!
Let the show be.
Our bond is strong.
Oula, attends, laisse-moi le temps de me vite.
Don't blink. With sword from shadow. Incoming.
Ah ouais, mais... En fait, je peux juste la transformer en résine condensée. Je vais faire ça pour le... Comme ça me fait les côtiers en même temps. Oui, Chronique Sélénée, je l'avais fait hier. Hop. Alors... Résine condensée. Ah bah oui, du coup je prends pas tout. Oh non, si j'avais pas utilisé la résine, c'était bon. Ah, il demande quand même des trucs, le mannequin. Hop. Oui, non, ça, c'est juste un moment, ça. Hein? C'est une anecdote, ça?
Huh, am I using this wrong? Ineffa, read the operation manual you were...
I know. I believe regular lubricant is already sufficient. There's no need to create a brand new
Aw, we're already here, aren't we? Come on, I just want to experiment a bit. Oh, hi there, traveler. Just the person we need. I bet you know how to use this craft. Hurry on over and help me make a bottle of that... what's it called again?
frosting essential oil.
Yeah, that's the one. The cold stuff. I want to mix it with lubricant to create something special. I was gonna do it myself, but taking efficiency into account...
Oh, je veux bien voir la
Truth is,
recette.
Ino wasted all her ingredients trying and failing to make essential oil. We presently have enough to make...
I didn't fail. I was well within the bounds of reasonable trial. Making essential oil is a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. But since you're the... Please?
Évidemment que je m'occupe.
Wow, you really are a professional. Come on, Ineffa. Let's head back and mix up some lubricant. Trust me, this new lubricant is gonna solve your overheating issues. Easy peasy.
Alors non. C'était l'huile essentielle pyro qu'il fallait faire à ce
All
moment-là.
right, I know, but my internal components are not actually overheating while I'm operation.
Well, it doesn't Thanks for the help. I only need one bottle, though, so you keep the other one. Anyway, it's time we were...
Ah mais même pas en plus, ça augmente les dégâts cryo. Attends, mais c'est quoi du coup qui fait... Ah bah voilà, potion de résistance. Sauf qu'à ce moment-là, c'était une résistance pyro qu'il fallait. C'est con ça.
Speed of light. Ad Astra ab. Thank you for
Quotidienne. Voilà. Il faudra quand même que ce soit le passe plus tard. Oh, il donne carrément une multi. Vous avez pas fait gaffe, ils ont carrément donné une multi.
Come on, enough
Une
procrastinating.
multi, non,
Let's go.
une invoque. Une single. Putain. Oyo qui donne directement une single. Incroyable.
Oh, it's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rarer, though. If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before...
Hello! You must be the traveler, and Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry.
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. Wait, come on, let's go!
T'avais pas besoin de me le dire. Je viens seulement de remarquer que je suis pas repassé en Dendro, mais bon. Vu que je l'ai remplacé par Loma. Il y en a plein à foutre. Carrière qui est au sud, passera probablement plus vite par les docks. Donc je connais pas la route. C'est vrai que... Wow! La preuve de connaisseur?
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole...
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon...
He's not seriously still getting stronger. What's his end?
Ah, everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically intact. But the Kuvaki...
And we're sure that Rarer did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when there wasn't a shred of sanity left? Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere and not cry, waiting for his chip.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows.
Il aura peur de Varka.
Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind...
beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time. Like,
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his...
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rahir of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3
Pourquoi t'as plus de
useful
3?
facts about him.
3 nouvelles ou quand
if
on
we
a
do
déjà...
nothing, he'll just keep getting
Parce que 3 c'est ce
stronger.
qu'on a.
And if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look. Last time we had Marionette and
seulement
her
Dane
big
était à notre
robo-buddy to
prime.
help us. And we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking about it. What are we supposed to do against the threat?
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla, one thing's for sure. If we
L'œil
just
de
sit back and
Kratis
let him
est
keep
sous la base
absorbing
des batteries,
Kuvaki,
il me semble.
we
Après le coup de
really
canon qu'ils aient
won't
tiré.
stand a chance against him.
Et le pilier d'Ebla, ça devrait se voir de loin quand même, hein, s'il l'a attaqué. Je me rappelle que j'ai pas fini toutes les missions y étant liées.
a perfectly reasonable
Il va falloir que je
hypothesis.
finisse le 100% de notre
However,
travail.
it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his.
Laquelle de statue? Celle qui est encore intacte ou la statue de Seth ou l'autre un peu plus, beaucoup plus ronde
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a... And if we do run into Rear?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run,
Didn't you say the third rule was go?
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation...
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible.
All right, we better get moving.
Attends,
Come
mais
on,
faut
Inappa,
surtout pas
let's
laisser
go.
Loma seule. Hein. Avec son sang spécial, elle pourrait faire une proie. Elle pourrait être une proie plus qu'intéressante pour lui quand même. Rendez-vous à l'enclave de Nivrolune. Non, ça c'est le donjon.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It feels feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather.
So, you guys didn't find anything?
Not loving the word either.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question...
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir. Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it, I swear!
No.
Attends, mais cette
It's
île...
Silvermoon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
Ouais, c'est le hall d'argent. Merde, Colombina. Et ta gueule, Paimon, faut courir là. Oh les os. Ah bah oui. Ah ouais, il aura pas perdu de temps quand même. Hein. Attends, mais c'est le début de la quête?
Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
C'est toi qui devrais faire ça avec ta forme de cerf quand même. Hein. Donc t'es une autre chemise de chevaux. Oh bah ça va alors, je me suis fait spoiler que le début de la quête.
Feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Oh oh. What? Hein? Attends, comment ça il est pas à la publiquer ses attaques? Oh putain, mais du coup il y a la sage sauvage.
Find them, even if it means turning this place to ashes.
Putain, le début de quête.
That was too close!
Ah, en vrai, il est pas si mal en émo. Il est presque aux couleurs de la lune. Wouah! Alors, ça, pour le coup, je me l'étais fait spoil, mais... Oh putain, heureusement, c'était que le début de la quête. Par contre, deux choses. De un, pourquoi elle a eu besoin d'un contact avec Aether pour pouvoir utiliser son pouvoir? Sachant qu'elle a récupéré la relique. Aether maîtrisant pas le Kuvaki, ça ne devrait pas influer avec ses pouvoirs. Déjà de 1. Ensuite de 2, comment Inefa a pu bloquer les tirs de Rerir. Ok, Colombina est affaiblie, mais ça reste quand même la déesse de la lune. C'est l'équivalent des archons sur Cry.
We barely made it out of
Mon
there
pote, t'es pas en
alive.
forme de puissance en
What's
vrai.
that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by convention.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead.
Well, we weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly. We had no choice but to step in.
À moins que les scénaristes aient compté que les joueurs avaient fait toutes les chroniques et que chaque bénédiction qu'elle nous donne à ce moment-là, c'est c'est du Kuvaki et que du coup elle a tout récupéré. Et dans ce cas-là, ce serait logique. On n'a pas vu comment ça a commencé, les choses ont rapidement dégénéré, on n'a pas eu d'autre choix d'intervenir.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database.
Non mais toi, ok, donc
I
il compte pas
see.
les anecdotes par contre.
So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated heart why he holds me in such contempt. I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon,
Kutar.
There are many potential motives.
C'est vrai que
For
personne
instance,
s'est dit il
he
va
helped
peut-être
the
essayer de
traveler
taquer
escape his
Kutar.
grasp.
Salut
This
Max.
could be his way of taking revenge.
Non, pas de ZZ aujourd'hui. Désolé. Et je sais pas quand est-ce que j'y retournerai d'ailleurs.
It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't.
running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot.
Well, I mean, yeah, but.
It's not too late. I can distract him.
Ah
So
non,
you
non,
have
non,
plenty of
non, non,
time to
on te
make
laisse
your
pas derrière
escape.
toi. T'es en colère contre Zenless? Non, juste la Luna 2 est sortie mercredi et je me suis retenu d'y jouer depuis, donc j'en ai rien à foutre. Zenless attendra. Et ouais, peut-être que ça m'a un peu dégoûté le 10 FPS toute la semaine là sur le portable, ça m'a cassé les couilles. Il n'est pas trop tard. Non, on t'abandonnera pas derrière.
Act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need
Ah,
for
ça
you
c'est
to
le
risk
portable,
your
c'est pas le
necks
jeu.
on
Ouais,
my
je
behalf.
sais, mais ça dégoûte. C'est un jeu dynamique et je dois jouer en 10 FPS. N'est-ce pas la solution la plus sensée? C'est après moi qu'il en a, vous ne devez pas prendre de risques pour moi.
A coyote doesn't stop
Ça,
for bypassers. while
non, non,
it's
c'est pas un
howling at the
téléphone, hein,
moon.
c'est mon PC portable. Ça, plus le fait que. Bah, en fait, l'histoire m'intéresse pas et il n'y a pas tellement de persos que j'aime bien. J'aime bien Hanbi et Miyabi, mais bon, ça va pas être comme une Keqing, Firefly, Silverwolf. C'est pas des persos qui me donnent envie de jouer, quoi. Si je les ai, c'est cool, mais... C'est comme Flint. Flint, je l'aime bien, mais bon, si je le ratais, pas grave, j'aurais trouvé quelqu'un... J'aurais pris un autre DPS.
What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
Heureusement qu'elle va être 4 stars, hein. Sinon j'aurais probablement fini par craquer.
You have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
Flint, honnêtement, Balek. Non, moi je l'aime bien, il est stylé. En plus, il est allé électro. Mon élément préféré est lance.
The race true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Muskutar,
Bah,
there's no guarantee he would stop.
simple. Élément que je déteste, c'est pas le perso. Je préfère, franchement, rien que sur les persos qui sont là, je préfère Zauda ou Aino à Miyabi. Si je dois les classer, les deux seraient au-dessus. Il va crasser sur tous les persos que j'aime bien. Je l'ai juste parce qu'elle est forte. Bah, véritable objectif. Objectif actuel, en tout cas, là, ça va être de retrouver ses 100% de sa force, ça c'est sûr. Ouais.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because they would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth.
On ne connaît la valeur que de ce qu'on perd.
After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight.
thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid very well then.
Those times you saved us, we were
Après,
transported
y a un
across
truc tout
great
con, mais on peut pas
distances
juste la
in
foutre
an
dans la théier.
instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
Je suis pas contre Colombina dans la théier, hein. Nous allons être transportés sur de longues distances en un instant. Est-ce que l'un de vous...
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull. Rejected by the world. My power is dwindling. Like a lake,
s'épuise, il est
cut off
rejeté
from
par le
its source,
monde.
slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
Ce serait le faux ciel.
What do you mean?
Le faux ciel
Rejected by the world?
l'empêche de... Bah, on passe la vraie lune d'éclairer le...
The three moons
Teyvat.
belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away.
les
The
sens
three
lunaires, elle l'a
moons are
déjà.
not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of... Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow.
Quoi? Ah, on a gardé
But
l'essence
this
lunaire. Ah,
method of
j'avais oublié
recovery
le
is
détail.
painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the wild hunt!
Courez.
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party. Which means
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out.
Alors sortir d'ici, ça, on est déjà à l'extérieur. Attends, mais... Oh, pourquoi la salle sauvage a découvert votre position? Attends, mais oui, c'est toute la région là qui est dans la salle sauvage? C'est toute l'île? Ah oui, ok, ça va. Si c'est que cette île, ça peut aller. Attends, mais c'est-à-dire que là, il faut que je contourne l'île. Ou alors juste j'ai fait de la merde. Fallait vraiment que je les bute. Par contre, j'ai plus de vengeance.
That was too close.
Mais c'est le même endroit?
Oh, we barely made it out of there alive! What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
Ah oui, non, oui.
he's a threat
Et
to
je peux
this
pas le
entire
skip.
nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by...
I have a... When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted...
We weren't there.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any...
Bon bah c'est parti pour se refaire le dialogue. Hein.
Cross-checking database.
Wait.
There are many I've never met. Why he holds...
Kutar,
There are many,
J'ai
but
pas
it is
encore
also
fini
but.
et vous me retapez un dialogue de
Counter
10 minutes.
strategy. But we don't stand a chance against Shirley or... No.
Running is a...
Huh?
You seem surprised.
Well,
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time.
Wait, what?
Doesn't that make... A coyote...
Allez.
What is it? Look, the frost rune...
We can't just...
yeah. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forget.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar,
But...
Kutar,
Non, de sprinkler.
I know they would make self-centered wishes.
Allez.
If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change every... After much... Any relation, you were born...
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. Very well.
Both times you saved us.
It is. Rejected by the world. My power is...
What do you mean?
The three moons belong... The three moon... Yet moon... But this ma...
It's the wild hunt!
Ça y est.
Even faster than we expected.
See how those wild hunt creatures are...
Then what do we wait?
Ah, perso de
For the
sprinkler.
everlasting place.
ultimatum protocol. Insulation chamber.
They just keep coming. This is driving me nuts.
The rear's closing in on us. You need to pick up the pace.
What? Attends, comment ça se spam son nul?
And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape.
Je peux regarder? Ah voilà. Recharge, il a combien de recharge? « 1900 d'attaque, 83 de TC, 227 de dégâts crit et 748 de maîtrise avec 140 de recharge. Il a pas de dégâts électro. Ah, attends, mais il est build comment? Son arme signature, donc 20% de TC. Ah oui, quand même, 20% de TC. Artefact. Le set de... Bah, le set c'est l'élocution. Mais je peux pas regarder les stats. 28 de TC. Bah ça c'est un diadème. 111 de dégâts crit. 40% de recharge, donc il a au moins une main stat. Ah ouais. 270. 270. C'est 187 là. Donc c'est au moins une main stat. Normalement elle. Pas du tout. À qui ils avaient donné de la recharge? Flint, non, je l'avais pas. Non. Ah mais ça le fait par tranche. Sauf que moi je voudrais directement monter 20. Ça casse les couilles, c'est limite. Bon. Ok. Ah, pas en rêve doré, ok. Ouais. Elles ont toutes leur signature. Ça donne du dégât.
This goes on much longer.
Annihilation mode.
Ah non, là, du coup, c'est seulement un
Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent. Fear the dark.
Protect us.
Close your eyes. To dust. The night comes. Observe. Night falls.
Oula.
Prepare for dust battle. Defensive mode engaged.
Be silent. Observe. Dark. Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. Night falls.
On est encerclé, merde. Oui! Le voilà! Le vrai de mon stade. Ah ouais d'accord, il les a tous one-shot.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Évidemment.
Uncle Varka! You're back from Amspartnir?
Whoa! You're Barca? Grandmaster?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll...
Oh, is that where I think it...
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time...
Comment on peut avoir un endroit sûr, sachant qu'on a Colombina et Loma qui, niveau proxy, sont quand même assez faciles à détecter normalement. Et on pourrait peut-être compter une FA également.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've... Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of...
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely...
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Un autre combat avec ce maniaque. Quoi?
Another?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to... I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why is the Wild...
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nodcry, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
Qui arrivent, même 3. Quoique, non, il y a Alice aussi, donc 4.
A new variable? You mean...
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature. But that said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't...
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey.
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfartnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the... But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Ah, Aether
Have you
Kuvaki.
thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious.
La lune irisée. C'est elle qui va appeler...
They say
Mais oui,
that
je suis
back
con,
then,
Arlecchino,
the
elle
3
fait partie
moon
des
goddesses
fatouilles.
wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
L'échange de la lune, ça en fait 2.
Hold on.
Il manque que
Are you
l'irisé.
suggesting
The iridescent moon. The last piece.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to...
the 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets.
According to my analysis, this solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major...
I know a way, but... we will need to visit the
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't...
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps the wild hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have...
It's true. We still know very little of... If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has it.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for
voilà.
someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm
Bah,
now
on a
asking
besoin d'infos,
myself the
donc,
same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal.
Details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance... We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So...
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And...
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course, I know where the...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
Évidemment.
If it's intel you're after,
renseignement, bien sûr.
she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Il va vraiment falloir qu'il nous fasse un cours de géographie sur Taïwan parce que là il y a un problème. Renseignement du Nord. Hein. Ça sent qu'on a des armes du Nord. Mais à Mondstadt et Liyue.
Please spare
Et
me the flattery.
aussi, donc à
Let's cut to the
l'opposé de
chase.
notre craille.
Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, This certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to...
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of... Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good. If there's any way we can make this work,
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to you have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will... Flints. That fragment that Rerir was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some...
Shh. This is top secret in...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing here. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nagkrai. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius.
No biggie.
All right then. We'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismiss.
Oh. Okay.
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the... We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare...
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see some...
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against? We'll let you leave in one piece.
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat?
No.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must...
On va pas oublier de remercier Catherine.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored.
It seemed like a way to kill some time, and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him.
Par contre, elle vient de dire... elle vient d'avouer qu'il y avait quelqu'un d'autre. Bah, de toute façon, vu les expériences, il n'y a pas de suspense, hein, c'est d'autoré. Comment ça, il comprend pas le lien?
Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I had...
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep first Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it...
Par contre, elle a avoué que...
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of... Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia, have Fevronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move.
Non mais, elle a servi de cobaye à Dotoré.
Protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
Bah si, Dotoré.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do.
Ça se voit, elle est très
The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-up. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cutely.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to...
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
Ah putain, évidemment.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about... Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again.
Oh.
Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on... Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing... Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Attends, quoi? Attends. Oh! Ah mais c'est vraiment un... What? Ils sont... On peut rien faire. Attends mais là c'est littéral. Ah, on en tue un, il y en a deux qui apparaissent. Oh putain. Qui peuvent attaquer à distance. Ah, c'était plus efficace. Voilà, c'est mieux une attaque de jeu. Par contre, ils sont vraiment très près. Par contre, ça commence à faire long. Hein. Varka, ça enchaîne direct là. Je ne peux pas partir. J'espère que tu vas avoir une pause après parce que je vais te ressortir. Bon, après, ouais, elle va râler. Oh, let's go, sniper. Attends, quoi? Comment je peux me faire frapper? Attends, je me suis frappé à cette distance. Mais c'est quoi ce bordel? Oh là. Oh putain, il est hors d'attente, je peux pas le viser.
Don't worry. Once this is over, I'll put you all back together again. I promise.
Oh 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 oh. C'est la merde. Bornette, c'est un grillageux là. Le fait que rassurer son arrêt, c'est Londres, peut-être. Attention, cette personne est gravement endommagée.
Finally, the ranger himself. Time to...
Oh oui, putain, il est là.
Huh? Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
Il a dit. Ah. Maintenant, la question, c'est est-ce qu'il est venu se venger de Sandroné ou est-ce qu'il est toujours à la poursuite de Colombine?
Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for all.
J'ai hâte de voir du coup son gameplay.
Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
Putain, non, c'est en scène directe. Non, laissez-moi partir.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so... Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what you've told me, his power is I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you...
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an and also how to make sure I come out of this alive. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for... That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and Anyway, I know what you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I genuinely can't run anymore.
Hey,
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening. She could have completely snapped at us. But it...
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing this.
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And it was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to... And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. Huh, what can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous.
Le Seigneur? Ah, c'est un mec?
So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need. And the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor, dredged up at the very least. I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's... If you're willing to wait,
Attends, ce serait pas Alice quand même.
Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No.
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purpose, favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
Attends, elle a accepté 1 000 000 de mora par heure.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up.
See you later! You're my...
Je comprends ce que disait Eldrin maintenant sur les...
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin.
Oh, casse les couilles, ça veut dire que là je vais devoir laisser tourner le PC toute la journée.
After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's
Bon, et ben on va devoir
past.
couper en plein dialogue, hein. Putain, il est déjà 7.
I made it.
Parfait. Et ben, à ce soir pour la suite de l'histoire. Et moi, je vais espérer ne pas avoir à me retaper le dialogue.